Welcome to the Lisbon Library's Tales and Tales summer reading program for teens, with our first of our craft activities that we'll be doing this summer, weaving paracord bracelets. Make sure you pick up your activity supply kit in the children's room while they last. Don't forget to log your reading time at our Beanstack website, and let's get started. All right, in your activity supply kit, you have a length of paracord and also 2 clips that buckle together that will make the clasp for the bracelet, or dog collar or cat collar. Fold your paracord in half, and you're going to feed that folded end through one of the ends of the clips. And it is a tight squeeze. Try and force that through there. And you're going to pull a little section so that it is a little loop sticking out there. And then you're going to reach through and grab the free ends of that paracord and pull it all the way through. And before you tighten it all the way, check to make sure that your paracord is still even on the ends and that it's about halfway along the buckle. This will make it a lot easier to finish your bracelet. So once you have it confirmed that it is in half, snug that right up, and that is the first step. So that should be what you're looking at with one of your clips. The next part is to feed the 2 free ends of the paracord into the other half of the buckle. And again, it is a tight squeeze. I found it was easier to do one at a time rather than both together. Keeping them even at the end, slide it along, and we're going to do a little bit of sizing to make sure that your bracelet ends up fitting what you want, whether it's a dog collar or something around your wrist. Make sure also that the clips are oriented the same way when you sort of fold them over and clip them, that they are curved the same direction. It will be a much more comfortable bracelet if you do that. And then we want to make sure that it fits around your wrist, or a dog or a cat, depending on what you're fitting. Once that is sized, unclip it, and this is where we're going to start the weaving process. And it is kind of a tricky thing to start out with, but you're going to fold it over so that you have one buckle down at the bottom, one at the top that you're holding, and then the 2 free ends, one on each side, one to the left, one to the right, and then those 2 attached to the other buckle in the middle. And it should stay sort of like that for most of the weaving. Make sure that the buckles are still oriented the correct direction. It will be really hard to change them later. To start the weave, take the left free end, go over top of the 2 strands in the middle, and then make it go under the right free end. And you'll see that makes a little loop on the left. Then take the right free end, wrap it around the back of the 2 strands in the middle, and up through that loop that you just made with the first strand. Pull it all the way through. You'll see that you have sort of a knot there. Tighten that up, making sure that the 2 strands in the middle stay fairly even. And then take the strand on the right, cross over the 2 in the middle, behind the one on the left. The one on the left goes behind the 2 strands in the middle and up through that loop that you made. Pull it all the way through and tighten it up. So that is a square knot there. Then you're just going to keep that pattern the whole way. The strand on the left crosses the 2 in the middle, the one on the right goes over it, and then just keep alternating the left and right strands that way all the way down the whole bracelet. There were several times that I got interrupted or distracted, and I could not remember which strand I was working with. If you look at the pattern, you can sort of start to tell, oh yes, that's the one that came up through the loop. But here we've gone almost all the way to the end. And you can make it kind of loose or kind of tight depending on how you want your bracelet to look at the end. You can also sort of slide it along to make a little bit more room and use up more of that paracord. You can see I sort of slid that back and made a bunch of space there. As far as finishing it, once you either run out of paracord, you can just sort of leave it woven together, or you can make another knot on top. So here's my finished paracord bracelet. I left a longer tail at the end. You can choose to cut it off and melt the ends with a match or a lighter, as long as you have some adult assistance with that. Hopefully you enjoyed the process. We'll see you next time.